What's up guys, how are you doing? Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Helen here. I hope you're all well. Mkwaje? Someone once said the poor are the ones who saves. The rich men invest. Is it true? Yeah, somehow. Anyway, I'm not here for financial advice or for financial content. I'm here because there's something guys I want us to share. And before that, please, if you have not subscribed, consider subscribing. Please subscribe to this channel. Let's grow together as a family. So there's something that people normally do at night, which is very dangerous. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. Do you know what that is? There are people who switch off their phones or the waneka flight mode. My mom calls it gatege, or they put that phone on silent. If you have a family, if you have a friend, if you have a parent, if you have a kid, if you have a colleague, or if you have someone that you care or you love, don't do that. Store that gatege, just remove that gatege, just store that silent mode and do not switch off your phone. Here is the reason. There is a guy, it's a story of a young man mwenye alikuwa anasema if at all he picked the first call that he or ring, yeah, I'm not an English person, ring from his phone, the first call that was called, his dad will be alive today. Baba yake angekuwa hai leo. This is what happened. This guy, this dad was a long distance driver, and he had a co-driver. So they had an accident somewhere near their home. Unasikiaga a pot normally cracks at the door. Nyogo yatukagira murango-ini, nyungu hupasukia kwenye murango, something of the sort. So this guy, the father to this guy, was involved in an accident. The lorry ikatan. And his phone ilikuwa imeenda off, the driver's phone. So but he reached the co-driver's phone so that he can call his son, kwa sababu anajua if at all nikipigia huyu mtoto wangu yako karibu atafanya nini, atanitia ambulance if at all I direct him to where he is. That is definitely maybe what maybe the guy thought, that maybe daddy alisema. So the guy picked the co-driver was unconscious. So the driver alikuwa tu na bleed, but he was conscious, but he was bleeding. So he reached to the co-driver's mfuko, removed the phone, and as usual, kama mko pamoja, mostly ama katururu, katururu doesn't have, most drivers use the phone, the button phone, haina password. Usiniulize alitoa wapi password. So he called the son. That was at night, at around let's call it after midnight. So the dad called this guy, akampikia mara ya kwanza. Jamaa in fact yes, according to him, alichukua simu, akaona it's a new number and akaika silent mode. Mostly tunazikurumania hivi, you kurumania like this so that even the light itself is go affect while you're sleeping. So that is what the guy did. He put the phone kwa silent mode, akaikurumania and he slept peacefully without knowing that that call was from the dad who was urgently in need of medical attention. So the daddy called Odi until he couldn't call anymore. Because if at all you're bleeding, definitely kuna pahali nguvu itakuishia, and that is it. So the following day, he didn't even, akapata 43 missed calls. Najua he's thick-headed. Men, boys, thick-headed. 43 missed calls na uko tu. Anyway, akaanza kupata calls from friends. He was like, what is not happening? Anaanza kupata calls from unknown numbers, others. What is not happening? So the guy akachukua call, and he was told that the dad was involved in an accident. Are we together? Trying to call that number kenye kalimpigia usiku, he was told, you know what the owner of this phone is? Alipata accident na alipass. Imagine. Ile number will call, the number that called first, and you crumaniaed the phone, ukaiweka silent mode because it was disturbing your sleep. Do not dare do that. Weka kasimu on. Even you yourself, you need that phone. You might need to call someone urgently. With a katege, before network irudi, it could be very late. So sometimes there is a reason as to why. Katege is for maybe when you're going to church, when you're in a meeting, church ama meetings. That is where you're supposed to put those katege, those silent, those phone off. Ama namna gani? But if at all you're not in a meeting, you are not in church, weka ka volume kadogo for emergency cases. Now imagine that guy analive na hiyo regret. You regret, why didn't I answer that call? That call inge save my dad. And that is how life ya baba yake iliisha. So do not switch off your phone, do not ignore your call. Afadhali usikie, you just pick that call and tell someone, or ama mdanganye you're not in, if at all it's financial. No, most of us tunaogopa kukopwa sana because friends wamekuwa too much with kukopana kutolipa, me inclusive. Niko na madeni. But anyway, we are going to clean our books in 2026. And hatutakopa tena in Jesus name. That is my prayer. So kama uko na deni, just pick that call, especially za usiku. Mchana mtu anaweza piga nduru watu wakimbia, ama mtu anaweza, but ya usiku we are talking about the late night calls or certain calls zenye watu na ignore. Like the other day, I didn't ignore, but I received a call from a friend of mine. And I was like, instead of listening to what she wanted to tell me, she's that friend mwenye huwa tunapiga mushene. We talk for like 30 minutes, 1 hour, non-stop. So I thought it was the normal call. Yenye huwa tunafanya with her every now and then. So I told that friend of mine, let me pay for something here, then I'll call you back. I was in a shop somewhere, and you know nowadays tunalipa na phone. So I told her, let me call you back, nikilipa hii shopping so that we can talk. My God, I wish I listened to that lady. I wish I listened to what she wanted to tell me. But anyway, if something was meant to happen, but we can save a life through that. Mine wasn't that I could have saved that life or something. So, but at least I could have visited or shown some support. So what happened is, I told the friend of mine, you know what, Nalipa, I'm paying for some things here. Let me pay, then I'll call you. Because I thought it's the normal call that we normally call each other every now and then. Hatumalizagi wiki kama hatujacheka, ama let's say in a month huwa tunaongea mara kadhaa. So akakata simu. She disconnected the call, and after paying, I tried calling her or reaching her, but she didn't pick. I'm telling you the reason why you should listen. You should pick the first call. You should put your phone near you. This is some of the reasons. So when I called back, she didn't pick, and I was like, ameendea maziwa, because it was around 7 p.m. Labda si pia ameendea maziwa. So I called. When she doesn't pick, huwa napata amenipigia. If she gets my missed call, she will call back. If I get her missed call, I'll call back. So I waited and waited and waited. The following day, I called. At exactly, normally I call my friends for Mushene at around 7:30 after I have arrived home, after job, after now the road to Nini, whatever. So when I reach home after relaxing, I call my friends, we talk and we connect. The following day I called. She didn't, not she the phone was picked, but she was not the one mwenye alianza nini that call. She wasn't the one. It was answered by someone else, and she told me that the one who answered, you know what, now your friend is not able to speak right now. And I was like, yeah, okay, maybe she has decided to, maybe she's in hospital. In fact, my first thought was like, she's in a maternity ward. That was what clicked in me. She was in a maternity. I was, hey, my friend ameamua kuongeza katoto. That was what I thought right at that moment. It was on a Saturday evening, after 7. Now, I normally call at night, 7:37. If I did, kama sija kupigia at around 11, when I'm sunbathing or something, then usiku. So that was on Saturday at around 7:30 hapo kama kawaida. So on Sunday I went to church. We did what we did at church. Then afternoon saa 8 hivi tukarudi saa 9. I was like, let me confirm whether my friend was nini out of what theater, kwa sababu normally napata mtu ina theater or maternity or wherever she was. So I called again. Nikapata the same lady who picked the phone was the one who answered this one. I was like, nah, what is not happening? Where is my friend? Guess what? Guess what, guys? My friend was there, but she couldn't talk. Not because she was dying or she had lost her baby. Her baby, a big baby girl, by the way, mtoto mkubwa. So now I was like, what do you mean? So that was the reason why she called. She called so that at least I can visit her to the hospital, kwa sababu ilikuwa tu hapa Nakuru tu. Na I wasn't at work by then. From the time she was admitted to the time she was calling, that whole week sikuwa job. I was just around at home. We took on a leave. I was on leave, so I could have visited. So if at all I received that call, if at all ninge listen to that call, at first call, instead of starting Mushene, and anyway. So the importance of listening, and again the importance of picking your calls at night, or at whatever time you are called, because you never know, you might live with a regret or with regret for the rest of your life. I thank God I couldn't have saved her, but I could have visited and encouraged and supported her in one way or another. Unfortunately, she lost the baby, and it wasn't a new birth, almost a 2-year-old baby. So guys, do not ignore any call that comes your way, no matter what. Do not switch off your phone at night. Do not weka that katege, the aeroplane mode. Do not. If at all you have someone special, someone important in your life. So, the first quote. Poor men save, rich men invest. Yes, because you cannot invest whatever you do not have. You have to save for you to invest. So if at all you are poor and you are saving, continue saving. One day you will reach there where you will invest and earn something from your investment. So guys, until next time, bye-bye. God bless you. Stay safe and take good care of yourself. 2026. May 2026 favor you. May 2026 open doors. Ama namna gani? So bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share, and let's meet in the next video.